What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Offroad Outlaws. And what I'm going to do today is quite something different. Uh, we're going to take my Rebel Bouncer here, my badass rock crawler. You guys all know this vehicle. It's got a Rebel flag on the roof of it. Not a perfect Rebel flag, obviously. There's too many stars. Not quite perfect there. But we're going to take this and we're actually going to turn it into an entirely new vehicle, basically. Care. I mean, I guess we could go trophy type on this just to save us a lot of stuff, but nah. Nah, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Trophy type is not gonna look right on this at all. We're gonna go with that. We're going to turn this into a sand rail, as you guys probably could tell by the title and the thumbnail of the video. So first things first, as far as doing that, really, is gonna be dropping my travel down, actually. Because as we know, sand rails are usually pretty low to the ground. They're not really shocks. Look, they're too compressed. But you know, like sand rails are normally, normally just lower center of gravity. Sorry, I kind of lost my words there. But they're usually a lot lower center of gravity builds, so this was actually going to work out pretty well for it. Not doing a whole lot of retweaking to my original tune, but I will go through all the tuning stuff after I get done retweaking the tune, so to speak, on here. There we go. Rim size will come up a little bit. The rear, I'm going to bring the wheel radius down tad bit. Actually, the front wheels can get smaller than 1.1. Come down to about, yeah, there we go. Now you're starting to see that whole sand rail feel there. Yeah, there we go. That'll be a good size. Rim size up a little bit. Or I'll make it even wider in the rear. It'll be okay like that. Front tire is perfectly wide for the sand rail. Do still have to go change that up. I think I'm going to keep the gears for now and not change them and see how well that works out for us. Alright guys, so as for tires and such, I'm going to change the rear ones first. Obviously, we're going with the sand rail build, so we're going to put the actual, what would be on a sand rail in real life. Looks sexy. Honestly, I might need to make my rear tires less wide, because it does kind of look insane. There's a little bit of an insane difference here. Then again, I could just make my front tires bigger. It would probably work that way, too. Other than that, I'm not going to change anything on this sand rail build, because there's just no reason to. Shit, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we're going to take the front wheels up a tiny bit, and the rear, bring them back in. A little bit on the width. So overall, rim size is 1310 radius and 0.9 width on the front wheels. The rear wheels are at 1.1, wheel radius is at 1.2, and the wheel width is at 1.8. And for the gears, I'm sure you guys have seen these gears before, 3.6, 1.8, 1.4, 1.9, and 3.5, which with the smaller tire combo should actually give us more speed than before. Dyno Run, it is perfect tuned. I mean, it's got to be cut, fucking perfect tuned, right? And for the suspension, axle width in the front is nothing. Damping is at 3201. Sorry about that, guys. It's pretty early in the morning, so wake and bakes kind of fucks up the lungs a little bit, My shock size is 1.3, stiffness at 13,606, travel at 0.25, axle type is 1, and brake type is also 1, to give it more of a crawler style, with these Rockwell axles that are on it. And for the rear, obviously, the axle width is 0.1, Damping 4269, shocks nothing, shock size is 1.5, stiffness at 1100, travel at 0.30, rear steer, we're getting rid of that, axle type and brake type are also at 1 to give a crawler style. So now we're going to go take it out to the desert, show you guys how good it is as a desert rat runner fucking sand rail build, because it's been so long since I've built a sand rail, and anybody that's an OG on the channel, you guys saw it like originally. My original sand rail build thing was just so plain. It was just so plain, but now we got the Rebel sand rail. Might as well call it that, right? Alrighty guys, so now we're back out here out in the desert. Well, I mean, we're out here on the desert. I say back, but that's just because I was getting cold and stuff before I decided what I wanted to build. Ooh, yeah, definitely got a good amount of speed. Definitely feels pretty good, and we did not do a whole lot of tweaks up to the Rebel Bouncer build other than the stiffness and travel. Actually, really just travel. We didn't change much of the stiffness on the trucks at all. We just changed the travel, tire size. Ooh, big box. Big box, big gold. Oh. Oh, that's 180 gold right there. Well, 167 or 77. Because it was one off from 60. But look at this fucking. This thing is like fast as shit. If I actually shift, anyways. Yeah, it's definitely fast for a sand rail. And I mean, I'm only in only in 4-wheel drive, so if I turned it to rear-wheel drive, I'm sure I'd be able to drift around some corners with my twin turbos. But that's all good. We don't have to swap it into rear-wheel drive to get some good fucking data out of this little fucking Rebel I keep trying to say Rebel Bouncer, but it's a Rebel sand rail. I'm definitely going to redo a crawler build out of this one, guys, but I'm going to use Startle Jockey's tune. And I'm pretty sure he sent me a picture to my inbox at some point, so it's a lot easier for me to find it. Definitely have to go do that. Throw his tune on the crawler, and I'll probably do that next video. Next time I record some more Offroad Outlaws. Definitely put his tune on a crawler and take it out to one of his maps and see if I can pretty much crawl as good as Throttle Jockey does with his buggies. Because honestly, like, the map Hell by Throttle Jockey, it's spelled H3LL. If you guys want to check that map out. I was actually, I'm pretty sure I never uploaded that video because it was just trash. I spent like 30 minutes trying to climb it. Literally just trying to climb the first spot on Hell with the Rebel Bouncer. So it's like, yeah, I kind of need Throttle Jockey's tune for it. Because mine just is not going to work that well. It just did not want to work well on that map. Thoughts come up with green light bulbs. Don't activate my UV rays daily. I just burst in planescape out those ashes that I made smoke cap, but that was something dank and the rest in my Salama Lake. Sorry guys, I'm listening to like Upchurch's ideas. Like I got headphones on and stuff, so I'm listening to it through the headphones. Because I was playing some of his songs that were copyright, obviously. You know, pretty much all his music is, except his ideas, you know, they don't get copyright notices. You could just kind of play those as like an intro or something if you wanted to. I don't get a notice for his ideas, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, like, I was listening to music, so I got headphones on. Woo. Apparently I missed a box on my drive around from the start. Okay. Alright, so I want to hit some of the bigger jumps out here. Like, mainly this jump at the start, like, oh god, if I come over here, I should have, well, no, wait, I couldn't really pull in the front. I can't make the front end less wide. That would be nice, without having the other suspension on there, the trophy type. I wish I could make my front end narrower. That'd be nice. Well, we living now, so follow, like. Hey, homie, can you share this? Look at this video. It's a dude chopping a dog's head, throwing it off a real tall bridge. We just made that perfect. That was a perfect jump. Oh my god, I missed a box there. Oh well. I'm just gonna pass it on by. Dude, this thing is like great at jumps, man. I ought to call it the Rebel Jumper. This thing is just doing some perfect jumps here, guys. If I'd have dropped my gears there, I probably would have jumped here too. Woo! Neck of the woods, my neck of the woods. Who the fuck is that? Okay. Let me jump over this rock. There we go. Okay. Vroom, vroom. Okay. So, turtles are awesome, guys. I didn't really know what commentary to say here, guys. I'm just really having fun driving this thing. Like, this thing just drives so smoothly. Like, it's just cruise, man. But, like, we're definitely going to be doing more builds like this one where we just kind of revive old stuff, old things that we built. Like a sand rail build was like one of the first things I built on my channel. Like, I want to say that was probably one. Actually, no, I don't think I ever really showed the sand rail build in the first place. It was one of my main vehicles, though. Like, my first like major video that like kind of blew up was Offroad Outlaws trail riding with the crew. You know, or no, multiplayer. It was multiplayer with the crew or something like that is what I had named the video. And like even to this day I get people comment on that. It's like, Jesus. Actually, I haven't had a comment on it in a few months, but like I had a comment one day on it and I was like, what's this comment? Because like the comment didn't make any sense, you know, with the video I had uploaded that day. So I looked, I was like, oh, this is an old comment from an old video. Like, wow, that's a really old video, because like the dude had asked if he could join the crew, you know. So like I was confused, and I was like, oh dude, this is like old as shit. There ain't no crew no more, you know, because like all the people that were there like for that, like we kind of just all fell off. Like the crew was only built from the like Facebook page for Offroad Outlaw, or the group I should say for Offroad Outlaws. And we were just in a little messenger group for that. It was just people to trail with, man. That's all it was. Nowadays, obviously, I can just go live. Oh, I got it! I still got it! Oh my god. I thought I wasn't gonna get it. I kept clicking rapidly. But, like, you know, nowadays, like, I can just go live, you know, and I've got a full lobby of people. You know, back in the early days of Offroad Outlaws, like, public multiplayer was public multiplayer. You know, like, we didn't have a chat, so we couldn't talk to anybody. You just kind of showed up and did things. You couldn't really do anything else. It's like there was a lot of posts. It was almost like Craigslist on the Offroad Outlaws group page, or the group, because it was like, you know, like it'd always be screenshots and it'd be like, dude, you know, had fun with you in Offroad Outlaw, or had fun with you in multiplayer, bro. If this is you, hit me up, you know? Because like we would just kind of like have a, you know, it was like a unspoken like trailing situation pretty much. I guess you could say, because like you get into a game in multiplayer, you're not able to talk to nobody, nothing. And, like, you would just start driving and trailing off from the people, you know? People would follow you or they wouldn't. And, like, if they followed you, you'd have a shit ton of fun trailing with somebody. If not, you might have to go follow somebody else. But you'd always have some, like, good fun, you know, in multiplayer. And people were pretty respectful of each other. Like, they weren't running into each other all the time and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were people that did it. But for the most part, it was cool as fucking multiplayer. Like, nowadays, it's just whatever. We got chats, so people can just talk straight shit to each other. Like, old OO days, man, they were crazy days. They were crazy days, guys. Woo! And the only real way to get like friends to play with on that game was from, you know, unless you knew people in real life, it was just straight up from that group page. Nowadays, we all find people in our own ways. Whatever. Over 100 reasons. I ain't having a head season bar, keep freezing, deep space, yeah, deep freezing, man, some leaf, no reason cold, no snow, flurries, I'm something so red, stork. I couldn't live under pub because I'm living under it and they don't want me erupted shit. I really broke it jumping down here. I had to mute everything so you guys didn't hear the ugly motor volume of it. You Spanish sucker. What? I'm a spicy white motherfucker. That shit ain't getting. Oops. I fucked that up. Alright, guys. I think we've had enough driving around the little badass sandrail build. I'm gonna have to grab a thumbnail because I was been so focused on driving I did not get a thumbnail at all. So the thumbnail's not really gonna be from the video, guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the little sandrail build. Hopefully you guys go build your own sandrails, make your own paint jobs for them, and we can get like some guys in the Discord one of these days for like just a sandrail ride out. That would be some pretty fucking cool shit to do, guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all for watching.